Hello! Welcome to episode 105 of Click Click Play. Whoa, we're here. By the way, I love the intro. I don't know if anybody's listening to the podcast, they won't hear, but like if you're watching it on whatever, on YouTube or anything, it says enjoy, but then like turns really threatening, as if to say, you really better enjoy it. Oh, well, I'm here. This is a Twitch special, of Click Click Play. It used to be called Twitch Play, and then I just thought I'd merge the two rather than have two brands going off. It's barely one brand, to be honest. But we are joined, as always, from our Twitch Play special, Flighty Broad.
Hi.
Sorry, were you munching? I'll leave you. Well, Jordan was drinking a beer. Melon's drinking something. You're eating. Dagon's here. Dagon Ma, the one, the only. How are you? You got anything in your mouth?
Well,
not now.
That's for later.
Yeah. I saw you before the stream was starting.
Save the dessert.
Yeah. Dagon, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well.
It's been a while.
It has. How many months has it been? It's been months at this point, right?
Yeah, well, I was off for 7 weeks, and then it wasn't like the Twitch special for a couple of weeks before that, and then so yeah, it must have been like over two and a half, nearly 3 months now.
Jesus Christ.
Good to have you back.
Right?
Asshole. Leaving us.
Yeah.
It was quite a nice break, but I hated every second of it. Yeah, it's boring going outside.
Workaholic.
Went out and did stuff. Oh, and carried everything. Like carrying 5 suitcases on your own with a dog across 3 countries is quite difficult. 4 countries, sorry. Because wheels is
on your own, just you. Like, did the Dave not help?
No, he went off ahead. He went to see the Spice Girls.
You have to carry Dave.
Oh,
Dave
was like, "Fuck you."
He was in one of the suitcases, chopped up. No, he went and watched the Spice Girls and claimed to do it. It's like, oh, I'll go house hunting before. Did he find a house? Did he fuck? I was just there carrying everything myself. So yeah, that was a horrible experience. Never want to do that again. This is me settled now. I don't think I'll move. But I'm now closer to my one true love, Melamanen. We're a little bit closer now.
Yay!
Look at Jordan. I was expecting that there. Oh. Bait and switch. How are you doing, Melamanen?
No, I'm doing good. A bit sleepy today. I've been working this weekend.
Nice. Which homeless person did you steal your cap from?
Riku.
Oh.
So that's the homeless person.
Bless her. Well, you did provide a home to her.
Yeah,
it looks like one of those caps you'd have on, if you're straight to the front of the line at Disneyland.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I really love it.
How far in away? Jordan is here. Hello, Jordan.
I thought this was the PC show. I thought it was our show where we say things that you shouldn't say.
I didn't take that joke, but now I get it.
Yeah. No, this is Twitch. We're allowed to be edgy, isn't it? Are we not?
Are you?
Yeah, as long as you. Well, no, you can do anything. You can throw cats and give vodka to your animals. That'll be coming up in a little bit. But
yeah.
How are you doing, Jordan? Did you enjoy Kinky Boots last night?
Yeah, it was right. Yeah, I've never heard of it. It was a birthday present. I'm assuming you know all about it.
I know that Cyndi Lauper wrote all the songs for it, and she's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
David
it was alright. It was good fun. Do you know the story?
No idea.
So this chap, I think he's like your way.
Oh yeah.
Not like that. Like
our side of the fence.
from Yorkshire or something.
Oh, it's from Yorkshire.
And
right. I thought you meant like
around there.
It's from your side of the fence.
Are you calling
No.
him
We're all the same. And
well.
And he inherits a shoe factory from his dad, and his family is a long lineage of making these best shoes, but they're going out of fashion. They're all kind of old fashioned. His wife wants to move to London to become like marketers or something, and then his dad dies. Well, I've already said that he inherited the factory, and it's kind of business is tanking. It's going to go under. He bumps into a transvestite, and she describes herself as a transvestite in the show. Called Lola, and basically they work out how about my factory starts making kinky boots for you, i.e. massive kind of PVC leather booty things for them to wear on stage and stuff like that, and it saves the company. Spoilers.
Oh, can I just
True story, apparently.
can I quickly? By the way, is a transvestite someone that does it for a kink?
No, transvestite is just another word for crossdresser.
Ah,
It's just been like the nomenclature has been changed, but like if somebody calls themselves a transvestite, then that's fine.
okay. By the way, can everyone look at the chat for a second? Here we have Jordan in some kinky boots.
Oh no.
Looks even better on this camera.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
I would like to have that picture for private study, please.
I'll send you it. I'll send you that. Oh, brilliant. All right, yeah. So, how have you been, Flighty?
I've been all right. I've been a little sick lately. Meningitis had me on my back in ways
Crikey.
that I didn't enjoy.
That's really serious.
Well, I have
Meningitis?
Mulleray's meningitis, which means it's recurring. Most meningitis you only get the once and then you're done.
Oh.
Lucky bastards. And guess what? I'm one of 60 people in the United States who's been diagnosed with it. So
So it's probably really cheap if they're making it on that's for so many people. It's probably really cheap when you want treatment for it.
all eyes are on me. The last time I was in the hospital for it, my infectious disease doctor brought in her PhD student, and she was very polite and she had a very good bedside manner, but you could tell she was so excited to work on somebody with such a rare disease.
Oh.
She was fucking adorable.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, if you've got a rare disease, do they give you it for, like, because I know in America you have to pay for everything nowadays. Like, you get shot and you have to go and pay for all your medical attention. But if you have like a rare disease, do they sometimes go, hey, we want to test on you and we'll give you it for free?
I mean, that's not the case for me. My ass is in debt because of it. But you know,
Usually, if you have something really rare, it's that much more expensive.
Yeah.
You don't have the economies of scale there.
Nah, sucks.
Yeah.
That does.
But
suck
other
in
than
it.
that,
That's true.
other than that, I've been. Nope, that's it.
Perfect.
Nice and chill.
I thought I had something else, but nope, that's it.
Just meningitis. That's fine.
That's it.
We'll leave it at that.
I've been real busy.
Bit of that old
Mayonnaise meningitis or whatever you said. Terrible.
melee meningitis.
Meningitis.
Yeah, that's what John said.
Meningitis.
Meningitis. Oh, all right. Well, let's go into some games because we do mention games we've been playing. This is Jordan. By the way, Jordan is joining us for this. You're probably like, why is Jordan here? Jordan is now a Twitch streamer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Circle of life, motherfuckers.
Knew you could
Ninja went,
resist.
ginger came.
Yeah.
Oh,
You definitely. Oh, if only you had that. Yeah, I had that tag, Ginger. Ginja. Guess it was
Totally.
taken. But yeah,
Probably.
let's go into games.
Time to play the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. All about control. And if you can take it, it's all about your debt. And if you can pay it, it's all about pay. And who's gonna make it?
What games are you playing? You complete set of bastards. Hello, bastards. What games have you been playing, Flighty? If I know, Dagan, I've not spoken to you for so long. You give us a long list of games you've been playing.
yeah, it's like a whole laundry list.
Tell us.
Okay, so most recently we beat Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers. We beat the story, and that was a lot of fun.
I know all
Best-
about this. People have said like it's the best MMO like expansion ever released and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree with that statement for sure. It's even better than WoW Wrath of the Lich King, which I know people would probably want to burn me at the stake for saying, but it's true. It is so good. It is really good. And let's see. I think actually last time we met, I might have still been working on like Dragon Quest XI. I think it might have been like that long ago. Yeah, so I beat that. That was also a very
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah, we got through all Kingdom Hearts. That was like earlier this year though. Yeah.
Okay.
I need to ask you, going back to Shadowbringers, because I've like put in my time off, I hooked up my PlayStation when I was staying at Dave's dad's house. I hooked up the PlayStation to my monitor that I'd pulled out of it and like was resting it on a suitcase in the bedroom. So I was like sitting on the corner of the bed playing, and I managed to play a load of Final Fantasy 14. I'm like doing level 67 quests, so I'm over halfway through. What the one was it? Stormblood, and it's okay. It's a bit of a drag, but what makes Shadowbringers so good? Because like I said, I've heard it being
everything, dude. Everything. The story, the character development, the music is so freaking good. The environments are amazing. It's like, honestly, in the story, I can't even really emphasize how good the story is. Like, in my opinion, like the whole thing was a whole freaking feels train. Like all the way up to the very end. It was magical. It was really, really good.
Are the dungeons
and
really
like
good?
It's so atypical for an MMO too. Like MMOs, a lot of times story comes like second place, you know, like this like takes the backseat to the rest of the game development, but they really emphasized it this time. The dungeons are really good. There's a lot of them too.
Good.
There's a lot of dungeons. It's good stuff. It's good stuff all around.
No, like the last story I enjoyed properly was Heaven's Ward. That was a really good one. But I know Stormblood's okay. It's just dragging a little bit.
Yeah, they actually, you know, I also really enjoy the music in Heaven's Ward as well, and they brought back the same person that did the music for Heaven's Ward for Shadowbringers.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. I'll just power through it then. I'm not. I saw that they're doing like they've done a level skip or a story skip, but I would never ever do that. I know some people.
I wouldn't do it because I think the story is still important, even though it is a little bit of a slog in Stormblood. I personally didn't mind the Stormblood story that much, but I know a lot of people share your opinion where it's just like, eh. And I agree, it's not nearly as good as Heavenward's story or Shadowbringer's story. It was better than A Realm Reborn. The original story was just good.
For me, the worst thing is when I didn't mind the story too much because that was my first MMO, so it was just all like all new to me. But like from the end, from when you do that big 8-person dungeon, right at the end to when Heaven's Ward began, it was just such a long slog.
The patch content was such filler. That was like the filler episodes in an anime. You know, you're just like, but you're forced to go through it instead of being able to skip it.
Oh, womp womp.
I've never watched an anime that didn't feel like just filler. But we've got, by the way, Dalek in the chat says, would you say that it's better than Final Fantasy 15, which is a full Final Fantasy game?
I wasn't a big fan of Final Fantasy 15. I was like, it was Final Fantasy 15 was okay. But yes, I would say it's a lot better. So 15 was like, honestly, like the more I played 15, the more I felt like I was doing a chore list with all the side content, and I was just like, nah. So I just like focused on the main story in 15 and just got it over with.
Yeah, I loved 15, but I loved it as a story game, just like from the start to the beginning. Had a really good story, I thought.
Yeah, the story was pretty good.
But the open world stuff was a bit. Yeah. I need to try the DLC for that. But yeah, you said you're playing. What did you say you're playing now, or?
So I'm finally, as of Thursday, I'm moving Final Fantasy 14 to Sundays, so I'm gonna be playing it later today. We're not gonna be playing it on our main game nights anymore, at least for a while until I have a compelling reason to. And so we're gonna be doing community games for a little bit. I'm booting up our modded Minecraft server. We're gonna do that for a little bit while I get the next main game set up. We're going to, I've been advertising that I'm going to be doing a Dragon Quest series playthrough, and I'm gonna do it chronologically, not like all in one go, but the next main game is going to be Dragon Quest 1 and 2. Or Dragon Warrior 1 and 2 rather. But so that'll be fun. And then at the end of this month, that Man of Medan game comes out. It's that new horror game by the makers of Until Dawn. I'm gonna be all over that. And I've already talked to my community to see what platform they're getting it on, so we can play co-op together. And it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
that one's gonna be multi-platform, right?
It is multi-platform. It's PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC, but crossplay unfortunately is not enabled. So you have to own a. Yeah.
That is such bullshit.
In fairness to them, it's usually the console companies that end up doing that. So.
That's
Gotta storm them like we stormed Area 51.
Did that happen?
Oh,
Yes, it absolutely did.
Oh.
Everybody dodged the bullets by doing the Naruto run, and
Perfect. I can't hit that.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to be playing that Man Madan thing. Whatever it's called. Yeah, I keep getting adverts on Instagram. Do you as well? Every single time I go into Instagram, it's an advert for that game.
Oh, really?
I feel like
yeah,
it's
they
being,
have like a really big advertisement campaign going on.
thrust into me. By the way, Baltimore's just gifted 3 subs in the chat. Thank you so much. 100 gifted subs is just crazy, crazy.
Ooh, good going.
For Obama's birthday.
Oh, that was his present to Obama.
So Obama, thank you.
Weird.
Thanks, Obama.
Why would he want
Thanks,
anything
Obama.
else?
Thanks, Obama.
Thanks, Obama.
Jordan, have you
I
played any?
can't think of a better present to give to Barry, honestly.
Yeah. What do you give to a man that has everything? Jordan, what have you played any Dragon Warriors or Dragon Quest? Because I know you played Dragon Quest 11, I want to say.
I played a bit of the latest one. I played like 20 hours of it and then dropped off. It was decent. Outside of that, nothing. Well, a little bit of the first builders, which I know you're playing a lot of the second one now.
Yeah, I'm enjoying. I'm gonna
That's about
stop
it
it for a little bit because I'm doing the same thing as I did with Destiny, where I just play it a bit too much, and now I'm like, okay, I need to take a break for a short while.
What are you going to play instead?
I haven't decided yet. I did yesterday. I wasn't.
Can I
streaming.
suggest something?
Destiny 2?
Undertale.
Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, it's all right. It's Resident Evil 4. I will get back to it. I just need the urge.
What do you mean it was all right? You were loving it, Ben. We played it together. You loved it. Why are you saying it's just all right now?
I was enjoying it.
Look, John Moy in the chat.
Yeah.
He's loving it as well. Look.
Well,
Yeah.
you can go and play it.
Ben, seriously, he says.
Yeah. It was a good game. It was an old game, but it was good. Yeah.
Oh, Ben.
But it's a good game, but there are even better games out there. Yesterday I wasn't streaming, so I played about 10 hours of Destiny 2. It's a Solstice of Heroes. So I upgraded my green set to blue set, and now there's like another 20 hours, I think, until I upgrade it to purple.
You can Resident Evil 4 lasts 20 hours. You could, instead of upgrading green to purple or whatever nonsense you just said, you could just play Resident Evil 4 to completion.
So instead of playing Resident Evil 4, I could upgrade my green set, my blue set to purple set. You know?
You can also look at it that way. Sure.
They push. By the way, we don't do the news, but they push back Shadowbringers until, is it Shadowbringers or Shadowkeep? No, God, they're all called the same thing. Shadowkeep has been pushed back to October the 1st now. But
the new Destiny expansion.
Yeah, it's pushed back by 2 weeks. But later this month, cross saves coming, so I can play it on. You can play it on whatever platform you want, and then just pick up on a different platform, which is going to be good.
Will it be as simple as that? You can literally I could play PS4 one day, PC the next. It's not like a one-time crossover or something.
No, pretty sure. Like everything I've read about it is that you can just pick it up and continue playing.
That's hot.
Yeah, it's gonna be great, especially on Stadia as well.
Can I just say, I am absolutely shook because Flighty is a Twitch streamer and she's not yeeting that cat over her head. I just don't know what to think.
That cat yeeted itself.
My baby.
Brilliant. Well done,
God,
Flighty.
the word yeet, I can't.
Jordan, what have you been playing this week?
Fire Emblem. I'm like dick deep in Fire Emblem. It's so good. It's one of those games where that's literally all I'm playing at the moment. So I can talk about that if you like. In terms of Twitch stuff you've seen.
I'm about to start it.
You can't spoil it. You're probably going to pick a different house to me anyway.
Which one are you in?
But I'm in the I'm in the one that looks like Daenerys and she wears red, like Empire of something or another.
Oh, it's run by a lady, is it? No, I need to go for one that's run by.
Yeah, there's two guys and a lady.
You're the Empire.
And that's it. And their color is red. So that one. So you choose a different one, please.
Okay, will do. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, I might
so super good. Like it's my first Fire Emblem game, but I've been looking forward to playing it, and I'm just absolutely loving it. I'm about 20 hours in. It's a lot more Persona than I expected.
Yeah, I've heard that.
There's you'll play like an hour of just running around this school, talking to people, trying to fuck the teachers, all this kind of stuff. And then
Persona
and like upgrading your weapons and all this stuff. And then like now and again there's a battle, but the battles are very few and far between, but really, really good at the same time and really like strategic.
Is it modern time?
Is it what?
Is it set in modern time?
No, it's proper like fantasy stuff, like medieval fantasy. It's one of those Japanese games where they just make up a pretend Europe. The map just looks like Europe, but they just don't call it Europe. You know, one of those.
You know what game I'm going to start tonight? I think Judgment. I've got that. It's been sitting on my PlayStation. It's Yakuza. It's made by the same guys as Yakuza. It looks just like Yakuza, but it's you're a crime detective, so you're like on the other side this time, and it's meant to be just as crazy, but like a totally different storyline. And I've heard great things about it. And apparently the English voice acting is really good, so I'm going to do that because it's easier when you stream to have like English rather than if you're watching a stream, you don't want to be reading subtitles. So yeah, I'm gonna give that a go. Looks fun. Hopefully it's got some sexy internet cafe chat. I was so embarrassed that last time. I think you were watching at the time, weren't you, Flighty?
That's still my favorite clip.
You go in Yakuza 6, you go to an internet chat, and you have to chat dirty with a lady who gets very warm and starts taking her clothes off. And I didn't know where it was going to stop. I think I had to put my camera in front of her just in case something came out that wasn't supposed to. I was like, I'm going to get banned here.
It was kind of like he was being chased by like a Silent Hill monster because he had that like look, but then he like moved his camera to like over her chest area just in case.
Yeah.
You know, you can actually stream nudity on Twitch. You just can't make it like the focal point. Like if the game has nudity built in and it's not banned on Twitch, you're allowed to stream it.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah,
I was still worried.
But I'm sure you wanted to protect your, probably predominantly gay community from the titties.
They don't want to see the titties. Yeah. How am I going to convert people if I keep showing them titties? Push that agenda.
Don't show them.
Melon Man,
hey,
what
now
have you
people.
been... Sorry, yeah.
People come to my stream all the time and they stay pretty gay, so
You are Mama Twitch. Melon, what have you been playing?
No, lately I've been just playing Undertales and games like that. They patch it so often now, so they change the meta of the game all the freaking time, like every other day. So I'm kind of just considering waiting like a month until they find a balance they're content with, so I can just start to go into the game. Because every time I log in now, I just have to find a new meta or a new combination. So,
what's the name of that game again?
Dota Underlords.
Oh, because you said Undertale. I was like, oh.
I did.
Yeah. I was like, wait, they're changing the meta
yeah,
of Undertale?
Like, what?
I was thinking, this motherfucker's never going to stop talking about fucking Undertale. He was playing that last year.
It's just stuck in my mind.
Dota Undertale.
Oh, it's Underlords. Sorry.
I was thinking...
It couldn't be more different.
Yeah. I was thinking the other day, I was like, we haven't talked about Life is Strange in a while.
Oh, fuck off.
I think that's by design.
Yeah, I
think the first show that we had back last week, I think we went the whole show without talking about Life is Strange, right?
Yeah, don't worry. Well, I'm okay. Maybe I'll play that as well soon, just so we can talk about it next week. Because
that would have been the first show in a good while that one of you idiots didn't mention Life is Strange.
I think episode 4 of season 2 is coming out soon, and I've only got like halfway through episode 2, so I need to catch up. Really good game. Season 2.
Yeah.
You played it, Jordan?
Hella no.
Oh, Jesus. Life is cringe.
I played the first one. I really enjoyed it. Like I've said to you, you and Andre have ruined this franchise for me by talking about it too much and giving it too much praise and trying to shoehorn it into my Game of the Year conversations and my top 100 all-time conversation.
You play season 2 though, Jordan. You'll enjoy it. It's actually good. Like number 1 was ironically good. Whereas
the first one was okay. There's some good stuff in it, like the girl jumping off the building, the dead whales on the beach, all that stuff. It was all right.
All the good stuff.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Good wholesome entertainment.
Yeah, and the choice at the end was amazing.
And the kid who like is taking a picture of the dead whale, and he's like, "This will be my masterpiece," and then like a big piece of debris hits him in the head, kills him. That was my favorite part. You have the option to go back and save him, but no, it was too funny for me. It was too funny.
Commentary and
I
put
turned off.
Like if you
Sorry.
if Max takes a picture of the dead whales on the beach, she'll be like, so majestic. I'm just sitting there like,
Really?
what?
I stopped playing partway
sociopath.
through. I sort of stopped playing through episode 2 when a dog died. I was like, oh, that's the reason. That's when I stopped watching Chernobyl. Do you ever see the episode in Chernobyl when they just go around killing dogs for like half the show? And I was like, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
That show.
I don't want that. No.
But it's like,
Yeah.
obviously they needed to kill the animals that were just abandoned and left there. Otherwise they'd be spreading disease, spreading the whatever and running off. But like, they do it for so long. It's like, okay, we get it. You're wanting to pull at our heartstrings by all these dogs dying. And then there's a poor little defenseless dog that just sits there looking. And then like 5 minutes later to go and find like a whole litter of puppies that they have to kill. It's like, geez, okay, we get it. You have to kill dogs. It just, that's when I stopped watching it. I was like, there. And also I didn't.
I should. Oh,
I
sorry.
think I'm one of the only people that didn't really like Chernobyl, the TV program.
On topic, for anyone here who does not like seeing like animal death or who is like afraid of anything specific, before you watch anything, go to doesthedogdie.com, and then you can find out if the dog dies in a movie, or a cat. Or if you're afraid of clowns, they cover that too. Or, children get killed, or they actually cover a lot of stuff there. So
check the
I
children
highly
get
recommend
killed.
it.
Just watch the film, you pussies. It's part of life. You need to embrace it.
Did you see the Blair Witch trailer? It's got a dog in it. Like,
I know, yeah.
It's going to die.
I'm being a
isn't
bit of a hypocrite because, I saw that trailer and I was like, fuck, I wish that dog wasn't in this game.
It looks really...
That's going to be horrible.
The night vision in that looks scarily realistic. It looks a bit like what apparently the new Call of Duty's going to look like. A bit too realistic.
That'll be a good VR game.
What, the Blair Witch?
Oh, yeah.
I want to vomit.
Just like...
Have you played... Have you guys played Layers of Fear?
Yeah, unfortunately.
But it's the same developer, so it doesn't sound like that's going to inspire you all that much. But it is the same people, so depending on what you make of that.
All right. Any other games with Flighty? What have you been playing? I did ask you.
Warframe, of course.
Ooh.
They recently released a very cute summer update where you go into an arena and you shoot water guns at each other. And you're like on a beach and you have like little like lifesavers around your waist, and it's fucking adorable. I love it so much.
My ghost in Destiny has got a little lifesaver around it as well now. I might have paid real money. I might have paid real money for that one, but yeah.
It's worth it. It's worth it. I also finally got around to starting Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Ooh. Is that the new one?
So after the
no, that's Shadow.
No, that's the second one in the new trilogy. Because I got the third one during the Steam summer sale, so I was like, oh shit, now I have to finish Rise of the Tomb Raider. So the first new Tomb Raider game, Tomb Raider 2013, it was pretty straightforward. Like it was fun, but they like turned the knob up to 11 exploration wise in Rise of the Tomb Raider. There are so many like tunes for you to raid, incidentally. There's like open world areas, and there are like NPCs that you can talk to instead of just shoot, which is really weird for a Tomb Raider game, honestly. I think the only other time I've seen that was in like Tomb Raider 2 on the PS1.
That was my first games I ever got.
Oh, well,
yeah. Terrified me.
The best one.
Those lions at the beginning, the tigers, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, and they just like drop you in that fucking level, and that's the first level. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so I've been playing that. I'm almost at the end.
Wow.
I also learned that they have a DLC about me. It's called Baba Yaga. It's the old lady who lives in the woods in Russia on in a hut that has chicken legs, and it like walks around the woods. So it was really nice to have that tribute paid to me, and she like goes around eating woodcutters.
Interesting.
Perfect.
So,
and you did you finish Dishonored 2?
No, I'm so close to finishing Dishonored 2. I totally forgot about that. I feel like so many people are sleeping on the Dishonored series because it is so good.
Yeah.
I cannot handle it. So I'm getting towards the end of Dishonored 2, and I'm really excited to play Dishonored Death of the Outsider, because the Outsider is this sort of like supernatural figure that you talk to frequently, and he's kind of a little shit, and I really want to kill him. I'm really excited about killing that guy. So yeah,
It's a good made character then.
yeah, absolutely. I have an agenda, and the minute I saw that DLC was called Death of the Outsider, I was like, I'm getting it. I have to. They made that just for me.
Amazing.
Brilliant.
So strongly recommend.
Yeah, we played the latest Wolfenstein, Ben.
We did, yeah. Did we discuss it last week?
Yeah.
And so since we played that like 5 hours or something.
Yeah, we played longer than we should have done. That game was boring.
Yeah, super boring. So I went back to New Order, so I played through that again, and it's still freaking amazing. It's still amazes me how they it's like it still surprised me when they shift between like being this like super masculine America kill everyone military game, and then it just tones down to like this emotional travel of this guy, and it's still amazing game. And now I'm just waiting to play the next game.
I love how over the top it is. I was listening to like the Jimquisition and Giant Bomb and the other guys, and they're all like, "Oh, so they just fast forwarded through killing Hitler." It's like, what's going to be in the next Wolfenstein? And I was like, well, I thought it was. I don't know. They
killed Hitler in the first ones, and you killed him in Colossus. You don't remember?
I don't remember killing. Well, he's going to come back. I thought it was kind of obvious that the next Wolfenstein is going to be the one where you eventually kill Hitler or Mecha Hitler.
Yeah.
And I thought that was going to be kind of an obvious thing, but people are like going, "Oh, I wonder what the next Wolfenstein is going to be." But I just thought that was kind of obvious. Maybe it's going to be something different.
I feel like that's kind of a cowardly mood, because there are like actual Nazis running around today in modern times. They should just make like, like an analog of like one of the people like running for office, and then make them a like Mecha Hitler, and then because we need to keep that shit modern,
so we play as the Antifa, and then we go around and kill
the organization of Antifa. Yes,
that would annoy so many people. I sorted.
I went
and hunted and found the comments I was looking for of people saying how the new one's too PC. Like, these games are really too PC, and they're just pleasing the SJWs because you kill Nazis in it.
Yes, only SJWs want to kill Nazis.
Right?
Anyway,
and it's like,
I mean,
it's a Wolfenstein game. Like, what else would you be killing?
Yeah, have you not? Are you not familiar with the series? Like, I'm just a lowly woman, and I already know what the purpose of Wolfenstein is. So I don't know.
We're probably gonna talk about it next week when it's the video game one with the news and stuff. But all like didn't Doom 1, 2, and maybe even 3 came out on the Switch this week, and like came
on all consoles.
Yeah, and phones as well. Did you play it, Jordan?
Yeah. I got Doom 1, 2, and 3 for the PS4. Played a little of the first one. Played a little of all of them actually, just to give it a go. I'm thinking maybe I'll try and just get through them all before Doom Eternal. Because like I've played the original Doom so many times and on so many different, like there's so many different versions of that game, but I don't think I've ever finished it. And there's loads of like extra levels and things. So having it really accessible on PS4, maybe that'll get me to go through it. I finished Doom 3 on the original Xbox back in the day, so I kind of know what that is. But yeah, it'd be good to get through the OG Dooms. They still fucking rock, by the way. Like shooting somebody with a shotgun in that game is 10 times better than it is in most modern games today. Maybe not 10 times, but
I love that.
I'm
I love the new
exaggerating.
Doom. Can't wait for the next one in November, I think. Okay.
Yeah, Eternal looks great.
Yeah, I bought something today for my stream. Got myself a Stream Deck XL to go with my normal Stream Deck.
XL.
Yeah.
Did
Bigger
the
is
other
better.
one stretch you out too much?
Well,
We've learned that Big Ben is a size queen.
Damn right. It's gonna be so good.
The
But
Magnum.
that's just gonna be for sound effects, so I can use my current Stream Deck for like all scene changing, whatever I need to do.
Oh,
And then this one's just for sound effects. So just get ready for loads of
God.
loads of wonderful sound effects.
That's what she said.
Why? Why do you hate me?
Right.
And me specifically.
Shall we go on to the Twitch stuff?
Let's do it. There's a lot.
We don't have a Twitch thing, so Jordan is gonna sing about Twitch. Now he's a new Twitch streamer.
Yay!
Twitch! I'm on Twitch. I'm on Twitch. Come on, you bitches! Watch me on a Twitches. I'm streaming down my leg and I'm streaming on your PC. Come and see my Twitch stream, baby. Yeah.
Well, streaming down your leg is apparently against TOS.
That was
Wonderful.
baller. Got a little like classic rock and roll going on there. I love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a Welsh man singing.
I didn't realize you used the Triple H interstitial either for the games bit on this. This is kind of just the same show, isn't it?
Kind of, but we don't talk about gaming news, and it's a bit less boring.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dang.
Boring, or
Shots
as I would call
fired.
it, insightful. But please continue.
That's why we brought you back on here, Jordan. We needed to have a bit of, disagreements and anger.
What are we going to disagree about?
I don't know. Maybe you're a big fan of Ninja. Capitalism.
I know fuck all about him. He's got terrible hair. I'll say that.
Yeah. Just jealous.
Is that what we're talking about now? This whole ninja mixer thing?
Okay, let's start the thing. Yeah, the main bit of the news. Even my BBC
Spoiler.
News, they had like 3 articles on it on BBC. Ninja has moved over to Mixer.
So is he the biggest guy on Twitch? Is he like the most followed chap?
Yeah.
Pretty sure he is, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's like the face. Yeah, he used to get. You got more than anyone else.
Okay, and Mixer, like if Twitch is 100%, right? If you think of like a pie chart or something, what is Mixer in comparison to that? Is it like 5%, 10%? What?
He's like 5.
Less than 1.
I
Maybe
would
even
say
It's still.
yeah.
And what about YouTube gaming? Has that got any momentum at all?
No, it's full of racists and like Nazis.
Yeah, so it's pretty popular.
Yeah. Thing is, YouTube
Okay.
gaming, it's like a section of YouTube, so you have to kind of dig deep for it. And there is actually a web. I think is it gaming?
I thought they rebranded it all recently and tried to make it a bit more.
Yeah, but you still can't
to the
really
surface and.
you still can't really access this or anything like. You've got to go onto Twitch. Then I think you've got to. But if you click on the games category of YouTube, it just comes up with videos of games. It doesn't come up with like the stream. I don't know. It's really difficult to find stuff out on there.
Okay.
I currently have YouTube open. Let me see what's going on here.
It's a mess on there. It was last time I tried.
Oh yeah, no, like can't find shit.
There you go.
There you go. Well,
I've been banned from Mixer.
What?
Really?
You've been banned?
I was banned, and then they unbanned me.
Why?
Because
What did you do, Ben?
Okay. Well, no, we did the during a Eurovision stream. So I was banned on Mixer for streaming Eurovision videos because we did. This was before Twitch had like its super fast, the whatever it's called, the super fast, faster than light type stuff. But Mixer had it. The no delay streaming or whatever it was. But Mixer did have it. So we did it where I streamed to Twitch. I streamed to Mixer. And then the people who were judging the Eurovision stream with us watched it on there. But it just involved me then playing loads of music videos on Mixer that with like no chat or anything like that. So it got banned. And then I made another account and that got banned. And then like it went from a 2-week ban to a permanent ban. And then I sent them an email saying, very, very sorry. I didn't mean to do that. And
Take the hint. They don't want you.
So then I got
Didn't
unbanned.
we played Far Cry 5 and then we used Mixer.
That's right. With the low latency, I put Melon in the corner, and that was interesting. Especially it was especially when like some things would explode on my screen and they wouldn't on yours, and yeah, it kind of showed the glitches for that game.
Oh, that's neat.
But that's pretty much because you have better GPU, I guess.
I don't know, but a barn exploded, but it didn't. There was no fire with yours. It just disintegrated. Didn't it?
Wasn't it opposite actually?
Maybe I didn't have anything and yours exploded. I don't know. It was a glitchy game with Far Cry 5. Fun, but a bit of a glitch.
Yeah, it was fun.
Where's the clip? Oh, is there a clip of me getting banned? Oh dear. That was fun. Oh, but yeah. So
this is me as a layman, right? When it comes to this stuff. So I'm assuming Microsoft will just throw money at Ninja, to get him on board to try and launch this service, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard.
He hasn't earned anything on Twitch, so he needed to go where the money is.
I'm guessing that's sarcasm.
I've heard that he's getting something like 40 million.
Yeah, he's just getting paid up. So is Mixer good? Nice. Is it comparable in terms of like a feature set and service as
it seems really for the streamer it seems really good. Like it's less laggy but I suspect it's because it's not that many people, so they're not straining the servers like they do on Twitch. But I'm not sure. Okay. But it seems really stable.
So I guess the last thing I'll say on it, because I know nothing else about this situation, right, is that obviously Microsoft are making big moves into the PC gaming market at this point. They've just refreshed their app. There's a whole like UI that you can use when you're playing games now. If you press Windows G, and it's really cool. Like you can record things really easily and stuff like that. So they're really making a move into PC gaming. We know all of their exclusive games will be kind of day one across Xbox consoles, but also PC, which is really exciting for me because it means I don't need to own a stupid Xbox console. I can just use my PC. Surely this is the next part of the puzzle for them, that actually why should we let Twitch be the guys that get to own the streaming market when, you know, we're going to try and own the PC gaming space? Surely we should also own the streaming space for it as well.
And Mixer does have really good like services. It feels cooler and a bit more modern when you go on there. There's always like you send stickers with your points, and you earn points just by watching streams, and you can do it on Twitch.
Is Twitch too big to fail? Like, is it impenetrable at this point?
I think it is, but hopefully this will kind of. I don't think it'll do much difference, but maybe it'll give them a bit of a kick up the arse to say.
It's healthy because now for the first time it will be like maybe, but it will maybe be like a true contender. So
yeah, I honestly think I think it's too early to tell, but I think this is like a really good like kind of wedge to see if it is too big to fail.
There's definitely a few. Yeah. There was Mixer, then there's YouTube Gaming, and then what's the one with PewDiePie? D Live or something? Some big contact
something
thing.
Like that.
But like this is like really cemented Mixer as definitely like the number 2. So it's like the alternative.
Yeah, I mean, when you're the number 1 platform of anything, sometimes you can get really super comfy being up on top and maybe get a little bit lazy and kind of let your guard down kind of thing, right? And that's not how, especially in the technology space, that's not how you stay on top,
Yeah, absolutely.
And are we saying that that's Twitch right now? Do we think that Twitch?
Yeah. I think they might be. I mean, maybe it'll be a wake-up call for them, right? I don't think they're in any serious danger right now at all. But who knows a year from now or 2 years from now?
It's a very similar situation to what you're seeing with Steam right now, and Epic kind of coming for their lunch,
right? Yeah.
Steam had that monopoly for so long, and now the reality of the situation is that you're probably not just, unless you're really die hard about only using Steam, you're probably not going to just have Steam installed, because there are legitimate other games and other options in terms of launches.
Right. Yeah, I mean, although. Yeah, it's a bit just being able to watch something on Mixer. I went on to Mixer and they gave me a free sub. I'm currently subbed to Ninja because they gave a free sub, so I clicked on it.
Ben, you corporate slut.
It was free.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. Hey, if I can help little streamers like Ninja out with my whatever free money that it was sending to
help Ginger.
Brenda says, I used to watch someone who streamed via YouTube Gaming. Even as someone who was subbed, it was a pain in the ass to find the site. What a mess. Wow, yeah. The only time because Flighty and I did, we did a little politics podcast on YouTube, and the only people that watched were people who'd subbed to my channel like just the YouTube channel and had an alert going, "Hey, he's live," and they were like, "Wait, what? He's gone live." That was pretty much the only people that watched.
Yeah, I've never seen like a random. Maybe when they're like super big, when there's like a corporation or something that are streaming.
Yeah,
But I never see like random streams on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube has a stream discovery problem for sure. No doubt.
Which one? Sorry, YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, is my mic cutting out?
Look, it's
A
when
little bit.
when other people talk. I think your mic cuts out when other people talk, but it doesn't cut out on the other people for some reason.
Weird. Okay.
I'm not.
I might toy around.
Just really dominant.
So like when Melon just spoke, then he kind of cut off Dagan there. And
All right. Let me.
him.
I'll have a see. I'll see what's going on here.
So you'd think that YouTube would be the ones that are in the best position to nail this stuff, wouldn't you? Be it given they're the only game in town for actual not live streaming but streaming video outside of gaming.
Yeah, I think they need to.
And the Stadia stuff as well. You think they'd have an interest in getting into that?
They need a name. They can't call it YouTube Gaming, in my opinion. Like YouTube Gaming, have it a subset of YouTube? No, call it GameTube or something. I don't know, or YouGame.
What was the recent relaunch? Because it was YouTube Red, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought that was a dirty channel, but apparently it was the premium.
I think that was the original gaming stuff, wasn't it? Or have I got that wrong?
No, I think YouTube Red was the premium. Wasn't that the premium one?
Okay, so was it just YouTube Gaming was the original like subsect of the site?
Sorry,
they did like a big relaunch, and they talked a big game about. We know that we haven't really been, doing everything that we can in this space, but actually, you know what, we're now going to smash it. And since then, I've heard nothing.
Yeah, they changed it. I think they had a new launch website for it, and
they're just getting so much hate. So I think and they're doing so much wrong. Like now they're have this premium YouTube premium, which you have to buy, and then you can listen to music and you can turn off your screen on your mobile phone.
Oh, I saw that.
Like
you have to pay for it.
Biggest things.
Yeah,
why can't they
I pay for that, but begrudgingly, and it's too much as well. Like I can't remember exactly what I pay, but it's too much money.
I want to pay for it, kind of, but it's so stupid. It's behind like a paywall.
I know there's so many people. I just wish that they would have they would care about the fact that YouTube comments are disgusting. Like when you see what comments just like calling for people's death, and it's just full of hate and like racist, every type of comment you could imagine on YouTube, and they just get left there. It's like I wish they had. I know there's millions of
everywhere where people are anonymous.
No, places like even Twitch, even Twitter now is like cutting down on that kind of stuff. Like if you found like 100 YouTube comments and put them on Twitter, I bet half of them you could get removed. Like the comments on YouTube just seem worse than any other website, especially.
Yeah, it does feel a bit Wild West, doesn't it, on YouTube comments? Yeah. Like you never really know what you're going to see when you scroll down, which is odd considering it's YouTube.
Yeah, you'd think they've got enough money to hire some people that would maybe, or just like do a bit of hire loads of people and like, hey, if you see something,
I'd love that job.
Awful.
Just pay me all day just to go through YouTube comments and delete some of them.
Yeah, I'd love that. Without getting paid usually. Just delete the ones you disagree with.
To go back to the ninja thing, Ben. So what's the reaction been then within the Twitch community? Are people happy?
Let's have a few comments. Guess not. John said, "Why does so many people have opinions on Ninja leaving Twitch? Like, good for him. He's a smart businessman. He never did anything to me. So why do I have to have an opinion?" And
what are the opinions?
Then Dalek says Ninja is not a smart businessman. He is lucky. There are way more entertaining streamers who could have exploded like him and will. Him leaving leaves more room for other better streamers to take his place. I think he's a very smart businessman. I think his wife is a very smart businesswoman because she's she's the brains behind it. Isn't she his manager?
Yeah, I have opinions. I have opinions.
What about like from a obviously we'll go on to him as a person, but like as a business, I think I don't know. For me, this is like he's going to be guaranteed the money he got from Twitch plus then some. For signing to Mixer, helping Mixer really be like so many people have learned about Mixer. I guarantee it. And then like in 5 years' time, if he goes back to Twitch and makes a big deal out of it, he's going to be back up there again. I think it's a very smart business.
He should just retire. Like,
I argue that you don't have to be a smart businessman to take an offer when a business is offering you millions and millions of dollars to switch to their platform. Like,
Absolutely.
you could be a really dumb businessman and be like, yes, okay. I mean, it's
I like
still a
money.
smart move, but it doesn't
I
mean
like
that you're a
money.
good businessman, you know?
That's a good point.
But now he's so wealthy, you know, that he actually has like a whole team of people that like manage all of his stuff and do all those other things. You know, it's like he doesn't have to be a good businessman to be successful at this point. He has like all the money in the world to continue and perpetuate his successfulness, you know.
I don't even know what I would do
like-
with $1 million. Like that would solve literally every problem that I have, and then like that's it. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Even the men in tights.
It was sort of men in tights.
I could get like a new spine, so I won't have like meningitis. Oh, I could get like a cybernetic spine.
Ooh.
You can get that for like $1 million, right? That sounds right. Probably like secondhand, but still.
Just I'm gonna quickly go through the chat of comments that we've got. Yeah, he's got some books as Ninja. One on how to become a successful streamer.
Perfect.
So we can learn. The competition is good in any case. Oh yeah, about Mixer. Yeah, good for Mixer. Try and steal people, and you know, I think if Mixer managed to get like someone like Dr. Disrespect or Shroud, then that could, you know, really, they'll become like the epic games, won't they?
The
Are they
argument
like
I heard,
is that like number 2 and 3? Shroud and Disrespect? Are they the kind of the other two?
I don't know, but they're pretty high up there.
Tfue.
Okay.
Tfue. Who's the one that isn't she really big? The one that tosses a cat? Or is she not up
She's
there?
a partner for sure.
But yeah, let's also be a little careful because it's actually against TOS to disparage other streamers. So we can theoretically talk about like, you know,
Like
crafty
theory
things that a
of
Theories of
streamer is
throwing
doing,
cats.
right? Like theoretically, if
throw the
you're an
cat.
theoretically, if you're a trash garbage human being that throws your cats across rooms or feeds them vodka, you know, that would be really terrible. But no one would do that. Obviously, no one would be that horrible of a human being.
No.
I saw her do it.
Ruining our thing.
It was a fucking shitty thing to do, and she can fuck herself.
That's Immortan Jod there. Yeah, Discord is also going to go for streaming. I think Discord is probably going to put into streaming what it did into its game store, which is not a lot.
Yeah.
But the argument I've heard the most about the Ninja case is that Twitch have given Ninja so much, so people think Ninja owes Twitch to stay. What do we think about that?
I think that's probably part of it, definitely. So
do we think like a streamer owe the company anything? Owe Twitch anything?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't care how many people someone brings to a platform. It is like even as a Twitch partner, you're not like an employee of that company or a contractor, you know, and like you don't owe anything to the platform, nothing.
Yeah.
You know, he brought in as much for them as, you know, they both helped each other out.
It was a symbiotic parasitic relationship.
Yeah.
I agree.
Ninja, who is Ninja? Said Mr. Atheldown's. Yeah, he plays Fortnite, but that's another thing. I think a big, well, maybe it's just a coincidence, but him going to Microsoft's what's it called, Mixer, is going to play into the fact that Halo, because Ninja started out as a big Halo, I think he was a professional Halo player. So with Halo Infinite coming out, I think he's going to be the face of that. And that's going to really guarantee he'll be like just playing Halo Infinite for a while.
So again, it just fits into this Microsoft master plan, doesn't it? Of trying to get back into the, you know, trying to beat Sony essentially.
Yeah.
Microsoft.
You know,
cinematic universe.
The timing worked out so well too, especially with Fortnite losing massive amounts of popularity among the gaming community. Like the Fortnite it feels like it's dying, you know, it's not as popular as it was, and it's probably on a downhill slope, right? And so like his exit at this point, when he probably felt trapped as like the Fortnite streamer, You know, like this was a really good time for him to exit, so the timing couldn't have been more spot on.
Yeah. Yeah, he's.
I agree. It's everybody hates season 10 of Fortnite, so people are playing it a little less, but it's still recruiting more gamers than any other game every day. So
Yep.
I don't know if it's a dying game. That's a
Yeah, well, not dying, but you know, it's on a downward slope. I feel like it's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that crazy upward trajectory it's had for years at this point.
Is it going to be the biggest thing in the world forever? Obviously not. So at what point does it? Does it just become another video game? You know?
Yeah, I think it'd be a bit like
Yeah.
Dota, League of Legends, where there's people that play it kind of all day, every day, but maybe and it sticks up there with Twitch, but yeah, maybe it's not going to have a big boost like before.
Yeah, it's been burning real hot, so I don't think it's. How long has it been out? I don't think it's going to be a 10-year game.
No.
Fortnite, yeah, was it season 10?
I think definitely it's going to be.
Like 3. Yeah, I still think it's going to be around in 10 years or so.
I think that's the reason I didn't go.
I don't think it's around in 10 fucking years. That's a long
I think that's
time.
the reason, or I think one of the things that's going to make it or help it work for 10 years is the how it looks like. They didn't go for any realistic. It's like a timeless design.
How it evolved.
Right, that cartoony look. Kind of similar to WoW, where like WoW is running on a like very, very old engine. And yeah, it doesn't look as good as other MMOs, but it doesn't have to because of the art style it has.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see what.
I still don't think it'll do 10 years. 10 years from now, or 10 years as a total.
That's total. I don't know. It depends how, because they're happy to keep evolving it. I know it'll like one wrong move and maybe it'll start going down, but like even worse. But I don't know. I think they're quite committed to changing it, especially with their crunch and stuff. So I don't know. I think they can keep it fresh for many years.
And that game is so freaking difficult that like the skill gap, when you first get over the skill gap, then you're gonna just stay, and everybody else are just intrigued to get there, and so I don't see a way for it to die that soon. We will see.
I'm just going to quickly go through a few because I'm like scrolled up because I don't like to miss messages, especially when people put like thought and have their opinions in there. I thought you said Men in Tights instead of Meningitis. He did. He did. Fortnite stream, yeah, pretty much biggest one on Twitch. I don't know how many he goes. I think Ninja made his debut on Mixer last night or Friday night, so it'll be interesting to see how it holds up next week.
Didn't see it.
Yeah, because like the first stream obviously is a big deal and everyone's going to be watching, right? And his numbers were insane. I don't remember the exact number I saw, but I just remember being like, "Whoa, that's crazy!" But of course, it's all the excitement of the move and everything everyone wants to see, right? But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see because like there's not a whole lot of viewership on Mixer, so it'll be interesting to see if they stick around, you know.
Yeah, Dalek says, "Don't get me on Disrespect." Dr. Disrespect, who came back after 2 weeks for filming or for streaming from a public toilet.
Wasn't arrested either.
No, I think
like,
it's gonna have intent.
You remember when he was caught cheating and stuff, and then he was out for a couple of months, and when he came back, he broke every record on like.
Didn't happen to me when I disappeared for 6 weeks.
And followers and everything.
I'd lost everybody when I went off.
Do you guys think the platform rewards shitty behavior? Like
Absolutely. Like if you don't nip it in the bud, you're effectively rewarding it.
Should we go on to that in a minute? Because we could talk about I've got a bit coming up about. We won't say it's a bit too specific. So tossing pets, yeeting pets, we'll say is a general thing.
Tossing pets and other shitty behavior.
Yeah, another shitty
behavior.
Baltimore says Shroud is a nice person, though I'm okay with him being here. Yeah, I've never really watched Shroud. Seems quite serious, but I've only watched him for about 10 minutes, stuff like that. How can I comment on your stream saying how are the animals? You'll get banned, I'm sure, John. I mean, fuck, Logan Paul has a Twitch following, and he is the parasite in all of the relationships. Does he stream on Twitch? And then
that's a YouTuber, Logan Paul.
Yeah, the one that was filming dead bodies on YouTube, I think, or something.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever.
Is he streaming? I didn't know.
Dalek says, why are all the big streamers, for the most part, on Twitch fostering communities that are gamer bros who are misogynistic, homophobic, and incredibly toxic? I think when you get a big
I
group
think
of
that's
people,
more of a I think that's more of a symptom of like gamer culture as a whole, not necessarily like Twitch itself. I will say that the few times that I've streamed on Mixer, the community that like sort of came in were sort of initially nicer than, because when I first started streaming on Twitch, it was all like trolls and like, you know, whatever. And then like I slowly got in a stream of like really nice people. But that's kind of really the only difference that I've seen.
I would say as well, like on those big streamers, it's all about standing out, and people who say really toxic, shocking, surprising things are the ones that are going to get. I mean, it's a young thing. Video games, as much as we like to say otherwise, it is very popular with young kids. So people who are watching their favorite streamers and stuff online are going to be the ones that'll say the toxic things or say the really shocking things to get an opinion when there's chats going, 100 miles an hour. So I think that also plays a big. If it's a really quiet stream, you don't tend to see as much toxicity unless it's somebody just trolling for the sake of it.
Yeah.
But don't you think like all the bigger streamers that they stream like every day, like 8 hours every day, and like for most of the time, what I've seen very little of toxicity on anyone. But if you go on YouTube, then they're gonna show like compilations of they're saying something toxic.
People's worst moments, right?
Yeah, and then it's like 20 times this last half year, and so I don't think like the streamers are trying to be that toxic. I don't know, but it's so easy to make them seem like that.
Well, so here's the thing. Because like
I feel like you've been waiting.
Well, no, look. All right, so yeah, so if you're streaming 8 hours a day every day, you're going to like have a lot of good moments. You might have some bad moments, but you still had those bad moments. Like if you are if like 99.99% of the time you're not feeding your cat vodka, okay, that's great. But then that 0.01% of the time you do feed your cat vodka, you're kind of still a shitty person.
Yeah, but that's like an insane moment, isn't it?
Yeah,
does all of the big streamers do that? Like,
well, I would kind of wonder, right? It seems like a lot of the ones that get the most attention seem to do stuff like that. There are big streamers where I have never, ever, ever seen or heard anything negative coming out of their channels or anything like that, and so it's not like you have to be doing horrible things on the platform to get all the attention, but it just seems like you hear about that the most. It's kind of like on the news, like if you read the news, you're watching the news, you hear about all the worst things happening in the world, but it doesn't mean that that's all that's happening in the world,
Exactly.
But yeah, I feel like even if you're not doing those horrible things all the time, if you do those horrible things part of the time, you're still not a super great person, and I'm going to stay away from you.
Of course.
No one's amazing. Very few people are amazing, I suppose. What do you think?
Just arguing against like toxicity is what's make you big on Twitch. So that was the question.
I find
I really don't think so.
No, most of the biggest streamers I found, like the vast majority, are ones that are just really good at a game, and they've been in like competitions, and they've got to finals, and they've won things.
Because it's interesting to watch, then I guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
Any person that's kind of average at a game can sit there and just play it themselves. But if someone's really super fucking good at it, then I guess that becomes the selling point of sitting there and watching somebody. The other option is building a bit of a community like you guys have done, I guess. But I would assume that if you want to be super successful, then it's probably because you're in that top kind of 1% of performance at a particular game, which is why I'm guessing Ninja is so.
And that can be like, you can be best at the game, but you can also be like best at socializing and talking. You can be best at so many different things, of course, but you have to be like great in one thing.
Yeah, mind you, I think I might become a professional Destiny player. I played Rumble yesterday, which is like every man for himself. Won it twice in a row. on Destiny. So there, I'm gonna become a professional Destiny streamer now.
I'm gonna start with Minecraft.
Which Baltimore said 9 years. 9 years has Minecraft's been around.
Feels longer though, right?
Yeah, it does.
Dragon Quest Builders is taking that mantle now. I don't think so. Yeah, someone said like nowadays, yeah, it's interesting. The Fortnite champion winner was like 13. Wasn't he from Norway? So like 13
He won in
I thought he's
duos.
British.
Oh, was it
He's
duos?
from my city, Tønsberg.
Really? Do you ever see him?
14-year-old little kid.
So is he like your cousin or something?
Yeah, it's my sister.
Yeah.
Your sister, yep.
He's my sister. They're so modern in
Tell
Norway.
call me.
But yeah, what do you think? Oh, so Diamond of Love. Mixer is owned by Microsoft and Twitch is Amazon. So Microsoft wants to keep their viewers and streamers safe. As in Amazon, they're not doing much to combat the negativity and toxicity much on Twitch. You think like, because Amazon are always really, for me, I've always felt that Amazon are really desperate for like good PR. But then they're not really actually, do they? Because they
Man,
don't pay.
they're
I'm just thinking
not
about
good
it
at it.
now.
But they don't
Yeah.
follow them. It's like
Yeah.
you get banned from Twitch if you follow the guidelines. You're supposed to get banned if somebody is saying something bad in chat and they don't get moved away. You're supposed to be banned, but nobody's following up. So
Yeah, they put a lot of the onus on like streamers, and I do think that some of the onus should be on streamers, absolutely. But like,
Definitely.
if they're 100% hands off, then that's why you've got so many shitty people just chilling on Twitch, moving around.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do like, you know, taking care of my community, and I'm very confrontational. So like if somebody comes up in my chat acting like a clown, that's like, yeah, that's like my, you know, my specialty. But not everybody's like that. So
it sounds like you're fueling the trolls then.
you know, I have some of my viewership is actually converted trolls.
Oh, nice.
That's how I found Melon.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I found all of you. Yeah.
I'm still a troll.
Yeah. So what do we think then about is Ninja leaving a good thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
He had a very
Competition.
toxic community, and hopefully that community goes with him.
He hated his community.
Well, I hate his community too.
So you have something in common. We all have something in common with
But
Ninja.
you know, the community of a big streamer, that's just you hate people then, because that's people.
Yeah. Yeah, there are lots of horrible people
I
around.
hate people. I'll admit that.
Me too. I hate people.
I've never seen a ninja stream, but I definitely hate people. If that helps.
I've had a
I am surprised to hear that.
I've watched a ninja stream before, but like I didn't look at the chat. I wanted to sleep, and I knew I wouldn't ever want to interact with it, so I just like stuck it on in the background, and it was kind of chilled, and then I fell asleep on the sofa. So I don't really have much.
Every time that I've seen him, like in an interview or something like that, I'm always very surprised that he is in the position that he's in, because he's never really like, he's not offensive to me, but he certainly doesn't seem very charismatic or intelligent. But maybe that's not what you need. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, and it's like
It's really
I
good.
don't, honestly, I really don't know what people see in him. I really don't. Like, yeah, maybe he's good at playing video games. It's probably why most people watch him, right? But like as a
He was
person,
the best
like
Fortnite
he's-
player in the first couple of years, so that's why
Yeah.
he looked big.
Yeah, because like his personality, I mean, he's misogynistic. You know, he said that he refused to play with female gamers. He said he wasn't going to do it.
But didn't he say he refused to play because he knows that his wife would just get loads of abuse from her, or she would get...
he said that he respected his wife too much to play games with female gamers, and I mean, not that it's any of my business, but it doesn't sound like a super healthy marriage to me.
Yeah,
but you know,
it's a little egotistical as well to assume that any woman that comes in contact with you is going to want to, you know, shag you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably not the case with your fucking blue hair. But,
right.
Well, with the money.
Yeah,
now wait a minute. if you have some cotton candy Cruella DeVille thing going on, I'll give you a shot. I'll give you a shot. Ninja
But, you know,
ain't getting that shot.
He's also a racist. He dropped the N-word on stream. Didn't even get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
He did that too?
Yes, he was singing a rap song. The N word isn't even in the rap song. He just like inserted in there for
If it
funsies,
wasn't
I
in the
guess.
rap
What an
song,
own
then,
goal.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say
Okay,
that he
with
sang
it.
it during a rap song, and
He wasn't
that is
even
what
in
it
it.
is.
Yeah.
But,
So
yeah, to inject an N-word into a song, yeah, not ideal.
no, not ideal. I don't know. And it's just one thing after the other, and I just don't. I won't watch people like that. I hear these things about people that they're doing, and it tells me a lot about their character. Like if they're willing to do that on camera in front of all these people, it makes me wonder like what they're gonna do off camera and like the kind of person they really are.
How old is
So
he?
I'm just like, and that's actually a good question. I don't know. Does anybody know how old he is?
My age,
Like
isn't it?
Wikipedia it.
Yeah, it's got to be like
Almost
30 or
30.
so.
30.
No, he's gotta be
No.
younger than that. He's younger than that.
I bet he's younger than me.
Depresses me.
Absolutely.
I would guess 23.
Oof. No, I'd say
I'm guessing
26.
25.
He is
Amarethia says 28.
Yeah, 28.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
28. It's the
Mhm.
same like me.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
gonna
grow
be a
the
big
fuck up.
streamer.
Just because of your age.
Uh,
I think also,
We have to
like,
find
it
a
has
similarity.
it has a lot to do with being an attractive white dude. Like being an attractive white dude is just kind of like the default comfort zone for a lot of people,
Tell me about it. But,
That's why you hang out here.
There are anomalies.
but is he an attractive white dude? Like obviously I'm not that I'm not that way inclined, but I think I can look at a guy and decide whether he's attractive or not. And I don't think Ninja is.
I'd sleep
I
with
am- I
him, but
am-
he's
I
very
am-
rich.
I am super into the D, and I can say that he is not attractive. Like at least
go,
not in my
boom.
opinion.
Yeah, Personality goes a long way, but I will say that like his face is symmetrical, which scientifically makes you attractive.
That's apparently not true.
And so,
Yeah.
oh, it's not true?
Apparently. I read it
I'll have
somewhere.
to look that up. The only thing I remember about that is that Denzel Washington has the most symmetrical face of a lot of Hollywood people, and he's fine as fuck. So
Yeah,
Checks
there
out.
you go.
Checks out.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, that's Ninja. He's gone. He's out of there. I don't know who the biggest streamer is on now. What about then people who yeet their cats on stream and then feed their cats vodka? Do you think they should be banned?
Yes.
Yes.
Sounds like a great party.
By not banning that person, you're encouraging that behavior.
yeah.
That's not good behavior to be encouraging, and like I feel so bad for those animals because if she's doing that on camera, like I said, what's the person doing off camera?
Right.
You
Yeah.
know?
But was she doing it just because she had the camera on her? And she thought, like, oh, she wants. I know the cat eating thing. I thought there was a bed behind her. Apparently, no, it didn't. It just went flying. But then the vodka thing was just like she was on camera.
So it speaks to her judgment. Okay, if she has the poor judgment to do that on camera, she might have poor judgment to do other stuff that might not be as entertaining, but might still be just as bad for the cats.
Yeah.
Off stream.
How did she throw it? Was it like
No, it was over her shoulder.
Over her head. Over her head. Like
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. That's
now to be fair, the cat was probably okay.
Yeah, because
It's not the point. She still endangered the cat. It could have like fallen on something behind her, or, like hurt its leg or something. Just because it turned out to be okay doesn't mean that behavior should be allowed.
Also,
because it might not happen. It might not be okay next time.
Judging by the cat's body language, that cat is used to it because that cat handled that shit like expertly. So
yeah.
Because I know if I tried that with this cat, I would die. I would die instantly. Like if not now, in my sleep tonight.
Yeah.
I can't imagine ever throwing like Atty over my shoulder. I would just be, or feeding him alcohol. Yeah, as Dalek said, vodka is extremely poisonous to cats.
Yeah.
And there's another VOD of a kid. I saw there was a picture of somebody throwing a dog at one point. It's like, I think, instant ban. You abuse animals on the stream.
Yeah, immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The same girl as another video of her kicking a dog.
No,
That's
a
what
different
Dalek
girl.
says. I don't know.
that's a person, I think.
Oh,
'Cause if that's the same fucking girl, then I'm starting to see a little bit of a fucking pattern.
Right. Yeah.
And she really needs to step away from the animals.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Dalek said it was the same person.
Can't it just bother somebody else?
Noodle says not the
So
same.
is she super popular then?
Yeah, she's a really big streamer. She makes Twitch a lot of money, which is why she's not banned.
Hmm. Do we have a clip? Because we won't say the name, but if
at
anyone's
this
got the
point,
clip.
There's so freaking many streamers. Like, so how how dangerous is it if a big streamer goes away? Like, there's so many people that can take.
Someone's gonna
their-
fill that gap.
Yeah, that's
I
what
have-
I'm thinking.
Hang on, I have numbers. Let me find my notebook. Hang on, just like
While she's looking for that, I also want to point out that this same streamer also said the N word on stream without any consequences.
special
Hitting all the
agent.
boxes.
I've been streaming for
Right?
I've
Just
streamed
check.
I'm pretty sure I've streamed like 3,000
Was she singing
hours.
a song?
No.
Hang on, let me-
I'm pretty sure the last time I checked, it said I've been
Give me
streaming for
something.
3,000 hours or something, and I've never once said the N word. It's been really difficult.
not
I've got to
that hard.
say. I've
I've seen, as I've said it, but that was when I read it on
oh, that was when you
a
somebody
follower.
a
You
follower.
probably said it in a funny way, so it's fine, Melon.
No, Melon said it when he got a
It's
he
fine,
got
Mo.
a
Ben just rings me up every
watch
Friday
the-
and just shouts at me down the phone so he can get out of his system. And I don't tell him.
What?
Ben's not even listening. He just like has the phone like on mute on the table.
He's like, thank you, Jordan, I needed that.
Yeah. To be honest, when I was teaching in Spain, like every month, at least once a month, I had to stop. I had to teach students not to use the N word. I was like, yeah, you don't say that. Don't say that. And they're like, well, but I heard it on a rap
What was the-
song.
What,
And I was
what
like, that
the
excuse
context?
doesn't fly.
Again, are they just rapping?
No, they come in and they'll be like, hey, what's up, my? And I'm like, yeah, don't say that. Oh yeah, at least once a month. At least once a month.
Oh gosh. Yikes.
Or they'd be doing
Yikes.
like they'd be making a
Well,
role
you know,
play type thing, and they'd like,
it's one of those things that they didn't know any better. It's kind of like you can't be
And you're
mad.
their
You
English
gotta be
teacher.
like-
You must have taught them that.
Apparently
Yeah.
Jordan's not the only one who's calling.
today's class is racial slurs. Yeah, we won't be.
Stop with that, Ben.
So I have a number. The
It's got Gideon's
percentage
Bible.
of people who are partners on Twitch, 1%.
Oh, the
1%.
1%ers.
The 1%.
1%. And the number of people who are affiliate, 0.001%.
No,
What?
I don't believe
Nah,
No,
there's no
I
way.
have math here. Like,
Wait.
and
What? How can there be fewer affiliates than partners?
That doesn't make sense.
oh, you know what? You're switch that.
Switch,
All right.
switch them
Yeah,
around.
switch-
Switch them
switch
around.
that.
Okay.
I was like, wait a
Alright.
minute.
Alright.
Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
no, still, it's really
Zero,
surprising. Only
zero,
one.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan,
And
So
then-
it was 0.001% that were partners.
Two
Two
zeros.
zeros. 2 zeros. Wow.
chaotic vibes. Like, that confused me.
Active streamers in February 2019 was 4,449,155. So 1% of that is fairly significant, and they
Pretty big
make
number.
quite a bit of money. So that's all they need really. And like if Ninja goes, they'll just prop somebody else up on a pedestal and
Yeah,
call it a day.
wasn't Ninja's big thing that it was Twitch Prime? He got loads and loads and loads of Twitch Prime subs, so those Twitch Prime subs are just going to go to somebody else. Feel free to
Yeah,
use your Twitch Prime sub on
absolutely.
any of us 5. Although, Jordan, are you an
Yeah.
affiliate yet?
I'm a partner, pal.
You've got a partner, that's what you mean.
Oh, you've been keeping from us. You've been holding out.
By the way, yeah,
Me-
people,
Me and my 10 followers.
please give Jordan a follow. Is that right? Is it Mortan Jord? Or have I got a D missing?
Immortan George.
That's correct.
Is that right? Or is it with a D?
He's right.
Oh,
Oh.
you weren't joking. You actually have 10 followers. Listen, everybody, go follow
Yeah,
him
that-
right now. We need to fix that. We need to
that
get him
one
to
there.
affiliate at least.
I don't want your pity.
Listen, it's not a pity follow. I'm sure you're plenty entertaining. I'm gonna swing by your stream later.
Yeah,
What
Jordan's
time-
very
Do you have
entertaining.
a schedule hammered out yet?
No.
Oh.
There's no schedule. But if you just want to play like original PlayStation games or Mega Drive games with me, and you're not annoying and you want to come into chat, that's absolutely fine. You're welcome to do so. Melon does now and again.
I saw you were streaming earlier today, weren't you, Jordan?
When I was going home, I
Yeah.
bought like this electric scooter, and it's super slow. It's only allowed to go in 20 kilometers per hour in Norway.
So you look on your phone. Sounds safe.
So yeah, so I bought like this, so you can have phone on your bike. So I put it on the scooter. So I watched Jordan stream while driving on.
It was an absolute bloody pleasure.
Oh, on a scooter. On a really, really.
You know those like those kick bikes?
Yeah.
But you don't have to kick. You just stand there like idiots.
You should get one of those. You know those chairs for really overweight people on the holidays.
I can't. I have to at least stand.
I went past a shop selling those today because I had to go in the middle. I had to get a taxi to the Royal Mail delivery office. I got in there. The taxi was had to leave me there, and it was like no pedestrian access and all this stuff. I was terrified. Anyway, I got there, and then as I was looking at the piece of paper, it said, "Oh, you can order redelivery with this." So I was really pissed off for that. But yeah, I went past the. Sorry, yeah.
Is your postal service really called the Royal Mail Delivery Service?
It is indeed Royal Mail.
That is literally like the most British thing I've heard in a while.
It's beautiful. It's not a bad service as well.
Probably better than ours.
Yeah, it's when you get the other service. What are the crap ones? DHL. Was that the good one?
Oh,
the one from
that's a good one.
There's one that's called, I don't know, what's the one, John, that they all like, they just toss your package over the fence?
It's like all of them here.
Yeah, they're all pretty good with me. They're all pretty fine. I quite like them to toss the package over the fence, so I've got the package, you know.
I like them tossing my package too.
You ever tossed your package over the fence, Jordan? Chaotic Bat says, yeah, the Royal Mail is pretty lit. Works a lot better than any private company here. Speaking, by the way, if you're playing Dragon Quest 11, there's Brittany in the game, and she comes out with stuff like that. She's like, "Hey fam," and stuff, and like, this is totally lit. It's amazing. Her.
EPS, yeah.
I'm gonna post a few of those on Twitter later, I think. All right, then we've got one more thing to discuss.
Come on, then.
I think it was a positive thing, wasn't it? Oh yeah, breastfeeding. Breastfeeding. Yeah. Do you think it's all right? Get your baps out and feed your kid.
Yeah,
totally.
Four men. Now Flighty's not here. We've got 4 men talking about it.
What's going to do with that?
Totally appropriate, right? Yeah, no.
If your baby needs to eat, then you need to feed it.
Yeah. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about doing it on Twitch though, because it's like, yeah, like if you're in public, yeah, you obviously need to feed your kid. It's totally natural. It should be fine. I don't get what the big deal is. But I don't know what the circumstances were for this streamer. Like, I don't know if she's like one of those streamers that spends like 8 hours in front of the camera, you know, and maybe if that case, maybe, yeah, sure. Right. But, like I don't eat on stream, and if I need to, like, I don't have any kids, but if I need to like feed my dogs or something, I don't do it on stream. Like, I don't know. It's just, it seemed like a choice to me to like
to show it,
do that. Well, it's not just like showing it, like, it's like if you're out in public, sure, whatever, you know, and like what's the difference if you're on Twitch? But at the same time, it's like with all the guidelines and TOS and everything on Twitch, it just seemed like it seemed odd to me. But maybe that's just me, because I know a lot of people are like totally cool with that happening on stream, and like I don't feel very strongly about it, you know. It just seemed odd to me.
So natural. And
I'm guessing there's some context that I'm missing. So as some big streamer started breastfeeding a child on stream, is that I'm guessing that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was banned, cool. And then she was unbanned.
What game does she play?
She wasn't playing a game at a time. She was like talking to somebody, like in IRL
real life
stream or
stuff,
something. Yeah.
Just breastfeeding.
Okay. And do we think is there any kind of kinky connotation to it? Do we think she's doing it just to get the lectures in?
I wouldn't assume that at all, but you better believe that there were some people in chat that were just like, oh yeah, sexualizing it because it's the fucking internet.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Of course.
But that's not her fault. At the same
Yeah.
time, that is not her fault at all. It's just weirdos on the internet's fault.
Just think, Dagan,
So I
how many
Googled this
people have
lady.
watched your stream, Dagan, while whacking one off?
Well,
In the chat, anybody? Anybody admitting to that?
all the
So
time, actually.
One of my favorite sayings is that however down you feel, remember that at least someone somewhere has jacked themselves off to you, or fingered themselves to you or whatever, Whenever you're feeling down, Ben, just think about that.
Yeah.
Somebody somewhere, assumedly, has tossed one off to you.
At least once in the past. Yeah.
At some point.
I think before Twitch starts worrying about breastfeeding, they need to get on all of these handsome gay men who are streaming with their shirts off.
Oh, can you send me
Because
some?
that's against TOS.
Hey, Dagan's isn't off. It is just open. All right.
Oh, we were discussing
we can fix that. We
were discussing that Dagon is a titty streamer like me. So that's not against TOS.
Look, I check all the boxes, Ben. Look, I have a deep V-neck. My camera's up here. It's like slightly angled down.
Yeah, mine
and
too.
I have a really big face cam. So I'm just like,
your face cam isn't as big as some people's I've seen. I've seen people's where it's like the camera was half the screen, and then like a bit of the game that no one's really watching.
Yeah.
That is.
I don't know. I'm rebranding myself. I'm definitely a titty streamer now.
Wonderful.
So,
Twitch
I
thought.
want to get into that.
Hashtag Twitch thought.
Amarethia says, I say if on stream, turn the cam off for a few. Other than that, you're all for public breastfeeding. Like I've turned the stream camera off if I'm like eating or something.
Oh yeah, I turn mine off if I have a drink. I don't know.
So what happened with this lady? Did she get thrown? Well, I'm guessing she didn't get banned because
No, she did.
You can't get banned.
She got banned.
She did get banned,
but then they
She got a
reinstated it.
ban and then she appealed it.
You can fucking toss your cat across the fucking room and not get banned, but if you breastfeed your fucking child, you get banned. What the fuck?
Amazing.
Kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, there's definitely a certain standard.
Someone please clip that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just really upset about it. All right, that's really messed up.
That's making my highlights. Mr. Scott says you should get banned for both. Oh. What do you think, Flag? Do you think you should?
That's his opinion. I don't know. Like the whole breastfeeding thing. Like I don't know. I just didn't feel strongly one way or the other. It just seemed odd. Like I said, it just seemed odd to me because like a lot of people will turn their camera
I think
off.
most people wouldn't do it, but I don't see the wrong about doing it.
Yeah.
So I've googled this lady, right, and
I bet you are.
Like, so I've gone on the image search. She's a very pleasant looking lady and stuff. And then if I look at pictures of her stream, it looks like her thing. It doesn't look like she ever plays video games. It looks like she sits there and chats to her mate. Yeah, that is. Am I right in saying that? Does she actually play games on? Yeah. So it looks like it's all IRL stuff. And she's always got this little kid with her. So assumingly at some point that kid needs food. So it doesn't seem like to me like there's anything insidious or perverted there. So we should just all grow the fuck up and just deal with the fact that there's an areola on a fucking screen. Get over it.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Squirp says it's Twitch, it's about gaming. I completely disagree. Twitch has not been about gaming for a long time. Even when it was almost nothing but gaming content, if it was just only about games, you wouldn't have like streamers on camera and like talking about their personal lives and all this other stuff while playing video games. Like Twitch is not just video games. And that's actually the excuse that Twitch, the stream team, used when they banned that LGBT member that they had. They kicked the LGBT member out. Like, oh, well, Twitch is a gaming site. It's only about video games. You can't talk about being gay on stream.
Oh, I heard about that. Yeah.
And
yeah.
And so it's just not. Twitch is so much more than that. Like, yes, it's predominantly people playing video games, but it's not only about games, I don't think.
I think so. I'm confused. A lot of people are like, so breastfeeding in public is okay, but not on camera. I don't see the difference because you're in public either way. And not even that, when you're on camera, you're in the privacy of your own home. And people, like a lot of people who are against breastfeeding prefer that. So as far as I'm concerned, long story short, like it's the same as like I don't know, farting on stream. Like it's natural and you can't help it, you know?
You should get banned.
If you're in a public park and you're breastfeeding, like there's laws about being in public that say, yeah, you're okay, you can breastfeed, right? If you're on a private platform like Twitch that says you can't show nipple on stream, and then you do that, that's a little bit different in my opinion. Even though you are in the privacy of your own home, you're streaming on Twitch. You made the conscious decision to go live on camera. And you probably should abide by the TOS. Now that being said, I personally don't think that that's a big deal that she did that. No. It just seems strange that she did that with the TOS and everything in place.
Did she show her nipples on stream, or was it just kind of implied because she was breastfeeding?
You could see it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, again, it's breastfeeding. It's not it's whatever.
And also,
but your point stands. If nipples are banned on Twitch, then the issue isn't that she breastfed them. The issue is that she showed a nipple. And however draconian we want to look at see that as, the fact is that it's in the rules that you're not allowed to show your nipples, which I've been against for a long time, Ben. You know that.
I think I wish Twitch was a bit more free like that. I wish they allowed people, if they wanted to stream with top off, feel free, get your nips out. Fine, I know it's not.
If I pulled my shirt like over here and I showed my male presenting nipples, I would get Big Ben banned.
It'd be worth it. It would be worth it.
How ridiculous! I don't know.
Oh, I've seen. I'm guessing no one reported when Andre did it on the podcast a few months ago. He just lifted his shirt entirely up.
Oh yeah.
I think I've done it too.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the thing. Like when dudes do it, like nobody thinks twice about it. But like if I did it, then like you get banned instantly just because
I think twice about that.
Jordan's shown me his nips on stream as well, I'm sure. I've seen everyone's nips.
Yeah, I'm sure I've done it at some point.
Yeah. Oh god, I've just admitted now I'm gonna get banned. I feel like, wait a minute, he's just admitted
done it.
3 people.
I won't name names, but I legit saw an LGBT streamer just a little while ago, no clothes on except for underwear, get up and start walking around his room, where you could see everything.
Can you send me a whisper of that person? Just for just for research.
It was
was it a was it a really big dude with hairy shoulders? Because I've once gone onto this person's stream and seen that, just vaping, very hairy shoulders, very big, and I was like,
oh no, I know who you're talking about. I haven't seen him in a while.
I think he got banned.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he was breaking TOS every single day.
Yeah, pretty much. Not just with that as well, with other stuff too.
I just if I agree, since this is a private platform, and if showing nipples is against TOS, then that's the end of it. But the thing is that there are so many handsome gay thirst streamers who stream with their shirts off, and I like a lot of those people. But the thing is that if I can't show my nipples, motherfucker, you can't either. So deal with it, or help me appeal it, because nipples are nipples. Get over it.
Why are women's nipples seen as more sexual than men's?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
I can't answer you, but there is a thing.
For you two, maybe.
Well,
for you three,
I love seeing people with their shirts off regardless of their gender, and thus everybody's nipples are sexualized to me. So
even Jordan's.
I can go to any Twitch channel and jack it. So maybe we should use that as a metric.
Can we clip that? Brilliant. Dalek's
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say, 8-Bit says when you have a baby, you're probably limited to when you can stream, right? And your kid's hungry, I think. Yeah.
It depends as well.
I don't think it was the breastfeeding. For me, it wasn't really so much the breastfeeding. It was the fact that you can breastfeed and not show your nipple.
Yeah.
Too, under a blanket or something. But
if all of us right now were breastfeeding, we wouldn't be showing any nipple.
I mean,
not that hard.
If I was breastfeeding right now, I think I'd need to maybe see a doctor or something.
There'd be bigger questions to be answered.
There would be questions. Yeah. I say, if you're breastfeeding a baby, fine. If you're breastfeeding anyone else, get banned.
Dude,
let's end on that.
And with the whole blanket thing, it's actually kind of dangerous to cover up your child in the middle of the summer months because it just gets too hot under a blanket. So, you know.
Oh yeah.
And children are just so fragile. They're really bouncy. Don't ask me how I know that. Don't ask me how I know that.
I just woo. Oh my god.
So overall, the general thing is that you can yeet your breasts over your shoulder, and that won't get you banned, and that's fine.
Get your tits out. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Do your tits and do the
Dalek
proper to
says,
grow.
how does Twitch fix their moderation problem, like the unfair bans on smaller streamers versus the large streamers that bring them money?
Hire their entire moderation team and rehire. They need there's some bad apples in that moderation team, let me tell you.
Oh really?
There's a lot of white knights.
Mhm.
A lot there's some problems over in that team. I think they need to lay off the whole team and rehire. It's really bad. I don't think they're going to be able to fix it otherwise.
Yeah, they need to fire the team. They need to get like a what's the person that you hire when like people in your workplace are being inappropriate? Like a lawyer basically who teaches you what and what not to do. And just hire, I think it might even be best to hire people who like don't have any gaming experience, because I think a lot of the moderators right now are so dedicated to gaming in the community. That's kind of where the white knighting comes from, because you automatically have so many biases, you know?
Yeah.
Like if I were a moderator and I went up on Dagon's stream and saw nipples, I'd ignore it. I'll tell you right now, I would ignore that shit. But if I saw somebody I didn't like showing nipples, I already do this right now. I just want you to know, I would not be a good moderator.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's just like you said, Flighty. You're talking about how how gaming culture in general has like a lot of like baggage that comes along with it, with like things like, you know, misogyny and racism and all this other stuff. Now you take people out of that culture and you put them into a moderation role at a big gaming company or a big streaming company like Twitch. And it's like, well, now you might have brought in a lot of that with you and just policing this kind of behavior, and you're just perpetuating it, you know? So.
Yeah. All right. Last thing we're gonna cover is a great thing that's just been sent. By the way, thank you so much, Sairona. I've just been sent this thing. I think, yeah. So Chiab. Oh, I'm not gonna try and pronounce her name. But she's from China. She's also known as Your Highness Quibilu. Was racking up followers and donations on Douyu. Douyu is apparently a Chinese live streaming platform, so maybe this will be the next big one. The photos,
I love this.
Have you seen the photos she uploaded and the short clip she posted? Like Meg, this young, beautiful Chinese lady, and she was streaming, and then while she was streaming, she wouldn't show her face, only her breasts. Oh, there you go, Jordan. And
Jordan's face.
My perfect woman.
Oh, no face. Had a following of 130,000 people on Douyu, and they wanted to know more about her. So she, during a live stream, her face was covered with a cartoon image, and then she said that she can't show her face until she receives gifts worth 1,000 yuan. After all, and then during it, the graphic vanished for a second, and turns out she's a 58-year-old lady.
Yes.
This was amazing. I loved this story. It was so good.
People say Ninja is good in business. This girl is good in business.
Right? No, she is. She really is. Yeah. No, I have a confession to make. You guys know I'm always talking about how old I am. This is actually a Snapchat filter.
Yeah.
I'm actually a 69-year-old man, and
Furry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice filter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Very
normally,
good. It's very
has a
effective.
furry. What happened to your furry filter? I haven't seen you do your furry filter in a while.
It's there.
Maybe I haven't tuned in while you've been
used.
on.
The other day.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's good. We have a
It's
good
not
cross
a
section of
furry
people.
filter.
Oh, you slipping there.
I've got a furry filter, but it just bans furries. We've got
Oh man.
in the chat.
Bigot.
Yeah. So I wonder how many people have been jacking off to the 58-year-old lady's boobies. Unintentionally.
Enough to make me laugh.
Yeah.
It happens to everyone.
Listen, 58-year-old women can be hot as hell. Let me tell you, they can be hot as hell. But I just think it's hilarious that these guys thought that she was like a much younger, attractive young lady, and that they were jacking it to. It's just there's like cosmic justice there.
Yeah,
a little bit of cosmic justice.
Ken Jenny says, what's wrong with older women? Exactly, Jenny. Nothing wrong with older ladies.
No.
Hopefully now she can be honest about it and then like use this fame as kind of her bit of like free 50 minutes of fame to get her community still going. I wonder if she'll still get quite a few people watching.
I don't know, right?
Now it's probably like people don't want to be seen in that chat, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I think she's probably going to lose all the people that were jacking it to her, maybe. But there's going to be people that stick around because they like her as a person, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
She would have gotten an instant sub from me.
Right? Yeah, for sure.
So Mrs. Gop says, my view is that Twitch has a set of rules that aren't applied equally. That's true. For me, nipples, male or female, underwear, nudity, ASMR, etc., don't have a place in what began as a gaming streaming platform. So it shouldn't have a place there. I don't have an issue with boob streamers. I have a problem with that. I don't have an issue with boob streamers. I have a problem with that on Twitch. Unless Twitch is now simply a streaming platform free for all content. But it supposedly isn't.
It is, though.
I thought it was.
Yeah, it is.
It is, though. You have IRL, you have cooking streams, you have just chatting, you have all sorts of content now, arts and crafting. You have all sorts of stuff that's not.
I'd argue, why would you care if it doesn't impact you? Like if that's just additional streams that are there.
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine why anybody would care that they're there, as long as they're not super offensive in some way or exploiting someone. Then why would you care if those streams are there? Surely that's better for the platform as a whole, I would guess.
I think the big.
I understand what he thinks, and that's okay. But I don't agree that Twitch has to be just a gaming platform.
You could argue that this podcast shouldn't be happening right now.
Started off as a gaming
It's not a
podcast.
gaming
We're not streaming a game.
I think a lot of people have this fear in the back of their heads. It's the whole slippery slope thing. Like, okay, so if we have the quote unquote titty streamers, right? How long before pornography is allowed on Twitch and all this other stuff?
Put a section on there. I'd be okay with that. Dagon after dark.
I mean, it's such
Why should we stigma porn that much?
Yeah.
I have a confession to make. As far as categories go, so there's there are a lot of like physical card game categories now, and one of them is called deck building. I used to think that category was literally for building like decks in your backyard, and I was like, oh man, that's really specific. Man,
that's amazing. I love it. I love it.
I was like, is there really a demand for that they need a category? And then somebody explained it to me, and I was like, I feel like an idiot right now.
Deck building. Wow.
I don't know how to build a deck. I would like to see that.
Get your bits of wood. IRL streaming is to us like if somebody wanted to stream something like in their life, they wanted to live stream it. Where would you stream it? The people might think, oh, maybe Facebook, maybe YouTube. And like Twitch wants to be that place, the place where you live stream stuff, and that's it. It started off as gaming, but then I can't think off the top of my head, but there are loads of places that started off very like specific and has just expanded out and out into something that's you could say Twitter used to be, well, Facebook wasn't Facebook first just set up for that into certain, was it just Harvard University? I think it was like a social media.
It was only universities. First,
But even just at the very beginning, I'm sure it was just Harvard, or it was maybe Harvard and a few other.
Like a dating site, or like no, it was they put numbers on girls how hot they were.
Oh,
was the first.
Yeah, I've seen that. Social Network. Social Network is a great movie, and I'll,
if that's, I don't know what's true.
But
it's interesting though, because Twitch has kind of become full circle, right? Because it used to be Justin TV,
Mhm.
right? And that was everything. And then it became Twitch, and it was just games. And now Twitch is becoming everything again.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know? But it makes sense for it to be everything financially for the company because, the more content that's being created on Twitch, the more viewers they have watching that content, the more money they make from, bits and subs and
Gr-
ads. Oh, the ads. The ad money's
Mm.
huge for Twitch.
Grindr used to be a dating site. Look what it is now.
What is it now?
Look what it is now. Why don't you explain to us what it is now, Ben?
Yeah.
I don't
Tell
know.
us some
I don't have
excruciating
it.
detail.
I think it's like Facebook.
What?
It's like a glory hole in your phone.
I don't know what your Facebook friends are doing, but Grindr doesn't look like my Facebook.
Yeah, no.
It's probably got I guess as much action from that as Anyway, moving on. My biggest ever host I've ever had was 980 something views from somebody that was building a boat. So that shows quite well how much Twitch isn't just about about streaming games.
Yeah. So
Oh,
earlier in the
Scorps.
chat, Mr. Scorps, hi Scully. Mr. Scorps says, "What about Mixer? Have you seen their rules and the anger about it?" Yes, I think we should talk about that just real fast. It reminds me a lot of when I was in high school, and you have like the little dress code, and it's supposedly is supposed to be for everybody, but I can't help but notice that the dress code only refers to women's clothing. Like, don't wear spaghetti straps, don't wear tube tops if you can't see the thing. Like, that's bullshit is what it is. Because
They have relaxed it? Wow.
baby, oh, come here.
Yeah. A friend of mine kind of brought it to my attention on Twitter, and he's like, he posted all the rules and commented, look, it doesn't say I can't show my peen. I was like, I vote for showing the peen.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy. Yeah, it was very obviously written by someone who just had, titty streamers in mind, like and it's not a good look. Not a good look, Mixer. You should probably fix it.
But as a private business, they can have the rules they want. Just like Facebook, just like Twitch.
Yeah. Still not a good look, but they are free to do it if they so choose.
Yeah. I feel like the more you police half of the world's bodies, then you're effectively like telling more than half of people who may or may not want to stream to like go elsewhere, because Twitch, weirdly enough, is a bit more lenient about that. So it actually, the Mixer rules actually remind me of an earlier iteration of Twitch rules where they were like, no spaghetti straps, no tank top. Like they were sexualizing women's arms and shoulders, which I get it. If you see that shit. So
Twitch is a little bit weird in its enforcement of attire as well, because like I know that some people have some people have shown their breasts on stream and not gotten in trouble for it if they're large enough, right? But there was actually a smaller drag queen streamer, and she would do her makeup and stuff on camera. She never once showed anything that was inappropriate in regards to the TOS and the community guidelines and everything. Not once. But she got banned. She got temporarily banned. And the reason was because her attire was quote unquote inappropriate, whatever that means. And luckily it was reversed shortly after. But it's like, that goes back to what I was saying about like these moderation teams, man. They don't seem to know what the hell they're doing. They disproportionately target small streamers and punish the small streamers, where the largest streamers get away with murder almost and don't even get a slap on the wrist. Wow,
that's and the other thing as well, if you temporarily ban somebody for a bit, that's going to piss them off. They might end up moving. I think if Twitch temporarily banned me for something that was totally unjust and ridiculous, I'd be like, you know what, fuck it, I'll go to Mixer. I might not get as many people, but I'm once bitten, twice shy and all that. I'd probably go over. So I'd be like, well, screw them, they're not looking out for me.
Is it that easy to journeyman?
It is. So keep reporting me, and get one
I keep
temporary.
trying, but they're not doing anything about it. You must be one of them big streamers we've been talking about.
I know people. My uncle works there. All right. Well, it's coming up on 6 o'clock Queen Elizabeth time. So, Flighty Broad, how do we find you?
So I have my name here, twitch.tv/thatflightybroad. You can also find me on YouTube. I have game reviews. I have weird gaming think pieces. And I'm really good to listen to in the background of your life while you're working or whatever. So check me out on YouTube. That Flighty Broad is my name there as well.
Excellent. And Dagan, how do we find you?
You can find me at twitch.tv/Daganmar, and you can find my links to all my other stuff there. I'm on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. I put all my my slutty pictures up on Instagram.
I will check that out later. Melom Manon, how do we find you?
Twitch.tv/Meloman.
Excellent. And our newest streamer, Immortan Jord, how do we find you?
Immortan Jord on Twitch and Twitter.
Yeah. So make sure you follow Jordan.
And YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube
it's a
well,
weird URL on YouTube, but you'll find me there if you need to.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, thank you very much to everyone for watching. ABC, thank you so much, and thank you for the discussions. It's great having different opinions as well on here. It's always fun that people feel free to disagree. Let us know if you totally disagree. If we're talking shit, tell us. I mean,
we don't know shit.
Yeah, we'll just we can just ignore you and give us our what we believe. But yeah, please stick around.
To me.
I'm going to be playing a new game. I think I'm going to play some Judgment. Don't toss your cat or feed it alcohol. That is the message from today's stream. But stick around. In about 10 minutes, I'm going to be playing some Judgment. Well, let's see if it's as weird as Yakuza. Bye-bye.
Bye.